In this video, we will discuss about the main points of the first chapter, that is the living world. The first question that came to our mind is, what is life? It is a unique, complex organization of molecules expressing through chemical reactions which leads to growth, development, responsiveness, adaptations, and production. So, if these features are found anywhere, we can say yes, the life is existing. Now, the next question which should came to our mind is, what is a living organism? We should try to find the answer of this question. Before getting the answer, we should try to find the important features of any living organism and whether they are the defining features or not. The first feature of any living organism that we are knowing is growth, which is the increasing number and mass of the cell, which takes place by the process of cell division. There are two types of cell divisions, mitosis and meiosis. In plants, growth continues throughout their lifespan, whereas in animals, the growth is only up to certain age. But after that, the cell division takes place and it is happening only to replace the lost or the damaged cells. In the non living world, we have seen some cases where there is increase in the mass or the size. One of the example that we are seeing here is the mountain where the accumulation of snow takes place, because of which there is an increase in the size. Can we consider it to be the property that yes, growth is taking there? The answer is no, because in living organism, growth always occurs from inside. But here we have seen in case of mountain that the growth is occurring from outside because of accumulation of the snow. The next feature is reproduction. It is the ability of any organism to produce their young ones. The progenies which are formed, they are similar to their parents. Organisms can reproduce by two ways, which are asexual mode of reproduction and sexual mode of reproduction. The organism produced by asexual mode of reproductions are called as clones because they are identical to their parents. But in sexual mode of reproduction, the organisms are not exactly identical. They are similar to their parents in many aspects. In unicellular organism, growth and reproduction are same because both of them occur by the cell division. Now, the exceptional case here is the case of the mules, worker bee, infertile human couple. These are also the living organism. They shows other features, but they are incapable to produce their young ones. So, can we consider them to be non-living? No, we can't consider them to be non-living. They are showing rest of the feature of the living organism. Hence, reproduction can't be a perfect defining property of a living organism. Next feature is metabolism. The first question which came to our mind is, what is metabolism? It is the sum total of all the biochemical reactions which occurs inside the living system. It can't take place outside the body of any living organism. Metabolism include both anabolism as well as catabolism. Anabolism or the anabolic activities are those activities or the reaction in which new substance is going to be formed. It is a type of the constructive property which leads to the formation of important chemicals in our body as well as the formation of new cells. Whereas catabolism is considered to be the destructive property because it leads to the broken down of a large molecule into the simple one or the damage of the older cells. So inside the body, every time both the type of the chemical reactions are taking place and it can only occur inside the body of any living organism. Sometimes the chemical These type of metabolic reactions can be performed outside in vitro conditions, but they cannot happen by themselves. Hence, we can say the metabolism to be a defining property of a living organism. The next feature is cellular organization. We know every organisms are made up of cells. Cells are the structural and functional unit of any living organism. Cells combine together to form tissues leads to the formation of organs associate together and works to form the organ system, which leads to the formation of an individual. Hence, the cellular organism can be considered to be the defining feature of a living organism. The next feature is consciousness. It is the ability of any organism to sense their environment and respond accordingly. All organisms are aware of their surrounding and they respond according to the stimulus present around them. This feature is only being shown by the living organism. It is not found in case of non-living world. Hence, consciousness is the defining property of the living world. Human beings are the best example of this. Human beings are the only organisms which have self consciousness or self awareness. So, on the basis of all these property or the feature, we conclude that the living organism is a self replicating, evolving, and self regulating interactive system capable of responding to the external stimuli. Thank you.